Patrick at Trick9 Fitness, and I just wanted to make a little video about Macebell swinging. I got into it recently. I like it. I don't currently. I'm a personal trainer. I don't currently train almost anyone in Macebell training. It's just a thing I do on my own. I got one guy swinging it every now and then. Here's the reason. Most of my clients are either dealing with chronic shoulder issues and they're not ready for it, or they have no background with swinging literally anything to any degree of familiarity. And I have found that, at least in my experience, that has shaped a lot of how I swing a mace. Now, if you, the first thing when you're like, oh, mace belt, that looks cool, you look into it, you see people doing the 360, which is this, right? You go around in a circle, and it looks like that. And you may try it. And here's how I want you to approach it. Here's how it worked for me, at least. Get the idea of swinging something like you're trying to kill someone. This is a weapon. We're not trying to kill someone, but like, if you were, how would you swing it? And you can't do that with your heavy mace. So I got this baseball bat that I found in the basement. I think it came with the house. And it's very light, so I can control it. However, I don't have to worry about it breaking my hip if I swing it wrong with a 10-pound ball on the end. But if I were going to swing this similarly to a mace, but I was going to try and attack somebody, right? If I'm like, you're here, you're coming at me with you've got a crab holding a knife in your hand and you're coming at me, I might do that. I'd hopefully get away, but like, honestly, if we're gonna approximate the 360, we're going to swing it like we mean it. If we're going to swing it like a bat, like an axe, like a golf club, you take your previous experience with swinging something, translate to that. If you were trying to attack someone, how would you swing it? I come across with the shoulder and I swing across, and that's how I might swing this. And that shaped how I swing the mace. I can translate that into the lighter mace a little bit easier because I have more control over this, right? I can swing it down and kind of stop it at the end because this is a 5-pound mace and I can control it a little bit better than the 10-pound mace. That gets going, and my wrists don't really want to get involved at a certain point, right? So that's not my natural swing. I'll switch hands right on the top. If I were held, if I were swinging a bat, I'd have my right hand on top. That's, my dominant hand. And I have to stop earlier because that's something that I incorporated into my early mace workouts. It was what I called the attack, chop, stop, which was basically just this. And I would stop it. I would act like I was trying to attack someone. And that really shaped my comfort with the 360. And eventually, the single arm 360, realizing that that's the top hand, and that if I were going to attack someone with this, which I can control, right? If I was going to, that kind of action translates to this kind of a 360. Well, a lot more naturally, if you just have something light to familiarize yourself with what it might feel like to actually use it as a weapon, to try and attack something in front of you, and then to translate that into just a practice movement that stays within a single plane of motion, right? Which is what the 360 really is. It kind of stays in this disc that's flat this way along my, what's this plane called? If you're a trainer, you know the planes. The friggin' transverse plane, the frontal, maybe that's the frontal plane or the sagittal plane. One of them splits you this way, the other splits you. You know, I never really, I'm supposed to know that shit, but like, I don't know. The reason you're supposed to know it is so that you incorporate exercises from all directions. And like, as long as you incorporate all exercises from all directions, you don't need to know the names of the goddamn planes because they're not intuitive. Anyway, so my point is, get something light. Heck, a meter stick, a light baseball bat, a dowel, a broomstick. Broomsticks are that was inevitable. Broomsticks are a little long, so you can try it. You have a lot more control. But like, I can't. I have a fitness studio that's not like a warehouse, right? I can't be swinging broomsticks around from one end of the stick. I can kind of swing it from the middle, but not from the end. So be careful. Be careful if you got a broomstick. I don't know. Get a hacksaw and cut it to the length of a mace if you want to try it. Something like that. But, to incorporate it in your warm up, get the flow going with an attack, and then get the flow going with your 360s. And I think that you'll connect with them a lot better. Like where the pivots happen, where the energy's coming from. You might connect with them better. So there's my my mace tip from personal experience. Feel it out with something lighter. Attack. Peace out.